So we'll have
Let
him
me
on there.
change.
Morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Graybeards. My name is Wayne, and to my left over here, good
I'm
friend
actually
Bud.
to your
Good
left.
morning.
What's going on, Wayne?
Another
Good
day.
morning.
Yeah.
Another day, man. Dreary out here.
Yeah, it's a rainy day in South. It was raining last night before I finally went to sleep. It was
Uh,
raining last night. So hope
yeah.
everybody's doing well. You have a good
Yeah.
day.
Everybody's good, man. Everybody's happy. I know I'm looking that way instead of that way. I don't know. I don't know. But it's all good. Look at my glasses, folks.
You broke them.
Um,
You can take them. Oh, you gotta need them. You're probably gonna need to wear those, aren't you?
yeah, I
Oh,
will wear them.
uh,
I'm gonna keep them on.
But it's funny, we were talking before the show. We always do. We always have a little powwow to see what we're going to talk about, just so you know. And we were talking about the last thing we talked about is the debt. So usually that's the first thing we talk about because that's the freshest thing on our brain. But
Hmm.
there's other things going on right now. We're going to kind of discuss with Venezuela
Yeah.
and manure,
Venezuela.
whatever his name is, Maduro.
NATO. Yeah,
Mm,
Maduro. Yeah.
yeah. And
What
then
you got on that, man? What's going on with
I don't know
Venezuela?
nothing. It's quiet all of a sudden. What's going on with that? The media was all in uproar, depending on which side of the fence you're on when it comes to political beliefs.
Hmm. Yeah. So we went down there, we nabbed this guy. This guy's a bad guy selling drugs to
Hmm.
America,
Yeah.
friendly with the Russians and the Chinese, giving a back door to America. So we decided to eliminate the threat, put in a government. Well, that might be wrong. Now we have someone in the office that's friendly to us that serves our best interests from my viewpoint. So
Oh yeah,
all is
definitely.
well.
Yeah, definitely all is well. It's awful. It's just quiet right now because they have no. I don't know. It's one of those things. I think in 2019, I think he might have been still. I think Trump was president. They put its bounty on this guy, right?
Mhm.
The administration
Mhm.
did. And
Mhm.
then Biden, or it was Biden, I don't know, it was Biden or him or whatever the facts were, they put this bounty on him to bring him in
Mhm.
for, some crimes
Yeah,
that he did, whatever they were.
right.
And it was all, they put a bounty on his head, the US government. It wasn't just Trump, it was even his predecessor, whatever, however it worked out, 25, 50 million, whatever it did, 10 million, I
Uh-huh.
don't know.
Yeah.
It's just, and then everybody gets upset because he's like, all right, go take care of it. Bring this guy in. They go in there
Mhm.
and they do it.
Mhm. So us little people down here at the bottom, we see this stuff going on. You know,
Well,
what-
the most people are uninformed of what actually is going on. They see the news for the day, and then they go, "Wow, I can't believe he did that." Da, 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 whatever, right? Well, if you
right.
were paying attention over time and commit world politics to your brain, like most of us do not,
Hmm.
we don't. We don't. I mean, whatever.
No, we don't.
What's
We
the
don't.
price of eggs? They're more concerned about Everybody's more concerned about their backyard, if you will. Most
Hmm.
people. Some people aren't. They don't even like to mow the yard. They hire somebody to do
Thank God for you people.
it. I'm just saying, nobody really cares until it affects
Right.
them on a personal level. Or
Hmm.
if you're on the left and an obstructionist and you firmly believe that their political party is superior, not better, superior than the
Hmm.
other.
Right. Right.
Um,
Yeah, we're a victim of our own success. We're bored. Okay. America's bored. We're bored. We're looking, we're looking for, we just need excitement. And that's what these guys churn out all the time. Whether it be truth or lies or whatever, they just churning out stuff. because they realize we're bored. We made it to the top.
Hmm.
This is what success looked like.
We are the pinnacle.
You get bored with regular stuff.
Well, then people get bored. That's, as we were talking, when you talk about getting bored, right? I don't know how to make
Yeah.
this any more exciting or how to make our little banter on a Sunday morning more exciting or appealing to people on the interwebs, right? That's not our goal. I appreciate everybody that watches, but it's like you hit it. People get bored. They're
Yeah.
used to just swiping through. They watch something for a minute or two, maybe. Or they're swiping
They're
away.
bored, man. They're
Yeah,
bored.
we're
Yeah.
dinosaurs thinking people are going to sit there and drink a cup of coffee and watch our content.
Like what we grew up on the Merv Griffin show, we could watch. Our
Yeah.
parents did.
Well,
It's just sitting there, man, this is
well,
really interesting.
they still do it now. They watch late night TV. Most of them are comedic in general.
Mhm.
Sit there
Yeah.
and just like let's just say I'm David Letterman and you're I don't know, someone kind of
Arsenio Hall. Let's put
you could be Arsenio Hall. I'm not a big fan. I did watch Arsenio when he was on, but no, you're the celebrity. You
right.
say run
Mm.
run DMC. I don't know, whatever.
I'll be Run DMC. Go ahead. What you got?
Famous black entertainer.
I'm the
And
king
I
of
sit there,
rock.
yeah, and I'll sit there and I will ask you questions about your life and what you're doing, and people will watch that for hours.
Maybe we should do that.
What?
Maybe, maybe
First off, Run DMC ain't gonna come and interview with us, right?
I will be Run DMC. We'll do a mock interview.
You
We'll
could do
pretend
that.
that and then next
Yeah.
week, you'll be a celebrity and I'll interview you. You know,
Hmm.
I think that would be pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
You know, uh, you know,
I don't know.
yeah.
I would be, but if I couldn't do it just because I would make fun of them. Oh,
That's exactly right. It's
my
entertainment.
mocha chocolate latte was cold when I got it at my, stupid Bucks coffee place.
Yeah, yeah.
Just like there was a incident I saw on that some police officer got a cup from Starbucks that had a picture of a pig drawn on it,
Uh-huh.
and that made freaking big headlines.
Who knows what that means in this era? We grew up with cops being pigs.
They don't
You
even know
know
what
what?
that they read. Every retro's cool, right?
Right. What do you call them
Sometimes
a pig?
yeah, retro's kind of coming back. I mean, there's still people that run around and they go to Walmart. Where was that? Was that Walmart? Did I talk about this already? This
What's
young
that?
lady was in Walmart. It looked like she was in some kind of pajamas.
That's Walmart wear.
I know, but she's wearing, but they were not quite pajamas. They were more like a workout. Maybe they were very form fitting. Let's use that word. They weren't super loose and comfy.
Mhm.
And then
Mhm.
she's wearing these fuzzy slides like slippers. I've seen them. They've had those around for, ever. There's not
Mhm.
something new. But this was the formal. First off, I'm like, you driving with these?
Yeah. Hey, that's where we're at, Wayne. That's where we're going. That's what's trending.
Yeah.
The status quo stuff is gone. It's going away. The
Mm.
new trends are emerging. Walmart wear, I've seen folks in there with the big rollers in their hair. That
Uh,
used to be embarrassing to do that, but now it's like I'm going to Walmart. I don't care what you think. You know,
mm. Well, it
I
ain't
got my
just that.
house, I got my house coat on, my
Mm.
fuzzy slippers.
I don't
You
get it.
know, yeah. It's like we don't. The social construct has changed. It's
Well,
changing
to get
paradigm
back,
shift.
since I derailed us and got us off track, but entertainment wise, is this is
Mhm.
all an entertainment thing in Venezuela. Trump went in, did his thing as the president. You know, Congress was upset that they took a um, foreign country's self-appointed leader and brought him in
Yeah.
for justice for whatever drug trafficking. There was something else. I can't remember what the other.
Mhm.
Seems like there was
I
something
think
else.
Trump realized that, man. Trump knows what moves America. He knows America's bored.
Are
And
they? Are they? Are we
yeah, we're
bored?
bored. I'm bored.
Mm, I don't know.
You know, everybody, why this apocalyptic stuff and conspiracies and stuff like that, why that has the preeminence is because people are bored.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're
Hey,
bored, Wayne.
I'm not bored.
Most of America is bored. We want a reset. We're tired.
Mm,
We
I have to
need
apologize. I
we
have to
need a zombie
apologize.
apocalypse. That's what we need.
I have a headache this morning and it's driving me crazy.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Dang.
So I'm at
Yeah,
my chipper, grumpy self. Um,
you're
anyways,
perfect.
Maduro had his day in court, right?
Mhm.
You know, he pled not guilty to the charges, whatever. Now the government has to prove in a U.S. court, a foreign person in a U.S. court, because they committed in their cases they committed a crime, right? That guy committed a crime, allowing these drug trafficking, whatever. He orchestrated it, and now the U.S. is going after him to for it.
Let me throw some out there. Is selling drugs. Um,
Yes, illegal drugs. Let's use it that way. Illegal drugs.
this is cocaine, right? Um, okay. Shipments of cocaine is leaving this guy's country, coming to America. Now, okay. Now, once you get in our territory, for you to sell that is wrong, right? But is there some international law out there that you're not supposed to sell drugs? I mean, do you know? I don't know.
It doesn't have to be international, right?
Okay.
You go,
Like me.
you're a tourist going to whatever country. Let's pick. Let's say you're a WNBA basketball star.
Mm-hmm.
You have illegal drugs on your possession when you
Mm-hmm.
enter said country. In that country, that is illegal. Guess what happens? You go in
You go to
that.
jail. Yeah, I
That's
get
no
that.
different. It's no different. Now, he may not have personally been doing that. He was allowing it to leave his country. So
yeah,
he
okay. So like Venezuela, all right, you got countries like Amsterdam, right? Or I'm not
has
sure.
nothing
Yeah,
to do.
Amsterdam.
It's because it's legal in that country.
That's what I'm saying. But in his country, in Maduro's country, evidently making, selling, distributing drugs is okay,
Hmm.
right?
Until
Now,
you
once you leave your country, then it becomes illegal, right?
know what the illegal part was smuggling it into this
Smuggling
country.
it into America. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Now, what kind of government is that? That
it's a
it's
criminal, guys.
okay.
It's a criminal. That's why he wasn't and he wasn't the legitimate president of the country. He was elected out. He said, "I don't recognize it. I'm staying." And I don't understand it. People are just
Somebody
stupid.
asked Trump, "Hey, Putin is doing exactly what this cat is doing. Are you gonna go and capture him?" You know what I'm
No.
saying? You're gonna go get, are you gonna get President Putin, bring him up for some charges? That would be heavy. He was
How's he
like,
doing the same thing?
I like the way Trump fielded the question though.
How
He was
is he
like,
doing that?
I kind of like him. We were cool, but he's starting to do uncool stuff. He didn't affirm or confirm or deny. It's kind of on the table, you know what I'm saying? It's like might, but I
Hey,
wouldn't rule it
he's
out. I
warned
could.
them. He warned Putin, I'm sure. He said, "Look, man, you're going down a path of." no return.
Can you imagine that?
Hmm.
That would be now we wouldn't be bored after he did that. If he could some kind of way get SEAL Team 6 into Moscow, scoop up Putin and bring him back to America, I would vote for that cat for a long time. You know what? I scrapped the Constitution. I'm like, you the man. You are the
I would
man.
never,
That cat.
I would never give up the Constitution,
I
regardless.
was like, man, we're gonna make an amendment then. Do
Yeah.
something. Just give me another amendment. This dude need another term. He went and got Putin.
Hmm.
On another note, though, of course I'm joking. Okay, just in case somebody might see this clip, and then he might come get me. So it's a joke. This is for entertainment purposes only. Let's lighten it up a little bit. Let's talk about the NFL, National Football League, another source of entertainment. What's going on with your coach? He just stepped off he just walked away. What you think? How you feel about it? I'm talking about the Pittsburgh
I
Steelers.
personally, I think it's wrong. I don't think Tomlin was doing anything wrong. There's
Mhm.
limitations. Um, I do know as a Steeler fan, they will either succeed, more than likely they will fail next year. All of these morons calling for fire Tomlin, he's given 19 years to that organization. He truly
Yeah, he
brought
gave 19 years. I mean,
it,
yeah, but the proud history of the Pittsburgh Steelers,
it's
we
still
got,
it's still a proud history in my opinion.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why they have that level of expectation. You did win a Super Bowl, but it's got a little asterisk by it because it was Tower's team.
There
Yes, you
shouldn't
did
be
give us
no
19.
asterisk. He wasn't the coach. That's no
Huh?
different. That's no different if they go bring in, you pick a supposed professional to come
Right?
in and coach the Steelers and they go through and maybe not win the Super Bowl, but say they get AFC championship. Would that be the new coach's team or Tomlin's team?
Well, in the way the football world works, right? That's just one of those things they're going to say. Like, just for example, Dallas had a similar situation. Won two Super Bowls with Jimmy Johnson. Then they won a third one with Barry Switzer. And
Yeah,
folks are
but
saying that was Jimmy's team. Jimmy assembled this team.
who's
Is that fair
they?
to say?
No,
The sports
it's
writers,
not.
the
It's not fair to.
commentators.
I mean, why would? First off, that's pure lunacy. If Jimmy Johnson was the coach and won two Super Bowls, and then the next year after he got fired. First off, why are you firing a Super Bowl coach? That makes no sense.
Vanity.
Vanity.
Yeah, vanity. I want the players, as an owner, I want the players to look to me,
Mm.
not you, Jimmy. Jimmy, you're an employee just like those guys are an employee. You getting everybody's talking about you, Jimmy Johnson, Jimmy Johnson, Jimmy Johnson, Jimmy Johnson. I can't deal with
Yeah, I
it.
don't know why You say he got fired
Yeah.
or he
Well,
left.
they had a mutual agreement. Jimmy
That's not getting
basically
fired then.
quit.
But you
Yeah,
already
I
have a
mean,
proven team winning a Super Bowl winning team scheme. I wouldn't change anything either if they brought me in. They're like, all right, where's Jimmy's playbooks? I'd be doing the same shit because
why
after
not? It's
that, the
working,
wheels
right?
on that bus fell right off.
Yeah. So, but the owner start you got a program at your job. You got a program that you're running, but the program manager, because you're getting all these accolades, start inserting him or herself into what you do, disrupting your program, causing your program to fail. You may get frustrated, like, you know what? Obviously, you want to run this program. So I'm going to let you run this program. I'm going to leave. You hired me to be a coach. And that's what I'm doing. But you're interfering with what I got going on. So I'm out. I'm gonna leave, you know. I like one thing I like about your organization. They seem to let the coaches be the coach.
I'm
The
sure they
Rooney
have
family.
a lot to say. They got. I mean, obviously there's limitations.
Yeah,
Can't
they
keep
are.
my hands off my head. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think. I just think that Steeler fans next year I'll be like, and don't I don't have to worry about Bob. Don't watch our show, so yeah, I don't want the Steelers are going to end up being like the Browns. Baltimore's going to end up being like the Browns. The AFC North, Cincinnati may be leading AFC North next year and
Hmm.
probably have a chance at the playoffs unless
Has Pittsburgh selected a coach yet?
not that I'm aware of.
Okay. It could have something to do with it. I
And
wouldn't count.
even with the new coach is going to be limited, and he's going to have to play with what he gets, right?
Hmm.
He or she. We'll use that. You know, maybe they had to bring in some woman from you know field hockey or whatever. I don't know.
That would be something.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
And,
Still erect.
because it's just a management thing, right? The offensive coordinator, defense coordinator are running a lot of that stuff, but obviously the coach supposedly has the final say of what plays are being called. Unless you have some quarterbacks that call their own plays. Terry Bradshaw called his own plays.
He did.
I think Aaron
Hmm.
Rodgers called his own plays,
Hmm.
and he
Hmm.
was a pretty successful quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't know, up there in the
Yeah.
Green Bay area.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
So what?
NFL is right now it's shambles in my small world. I think Buffalo got beat by was it
They did.
Denver?
They got beat. It was a great game. A
It was
great
close.
game.
Well, the problem is I saw that the quarterback for Denver he's out.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. That's what I
Dang.
heard on the grapevine. Sometimes there's rotten grapes on that, so
Yeah.
I
Oh,
cannot
he's out.
confirm nor deny. Something about ankles and ankle surgery. Something I don't know.
Oh my. Dang. He played a good game as well. He played a
Yeah,
really good game. I didn't know that he got injured though.
yeah,
Because I just watched the highlights. They
yeah.
didn't
I
show
saw
where
it.
he
I
got.
saw it somewhere. I haven't seen it on. I didn't watch dun you
Hmm.
know, but
Yeah.
then
Correct.
the 49ers did about as well as my Steelers did. They scored a whopping 6 points to the
That was awesome.
Seattle 40. Was it 41, 40, or 31? I don't even know.
It
It
was
was
30 to 6, something like that. Maybe
no
40.
way. Hmm?
Yeah. It
Well,
smoked them.
I'll give them credit. They followed the script perfectly, just as the Steelers did.
That's funny. Even though your head hurt, you got something funny.
Yeah, yeah. It's still rigged. I don't care what you say.
Yeah.
It's
I
it's
got you.
pitiful. It is a pitiful. Some of the things I see that these so-called professional players do to tackle somebody. Oh,
It's called a business
I was
decision.
this close.
Some people are not going to risk injury, to tackle anybody.
They don't
My
risk
job is
nothing.
to defend. Yeah, they're not going to do it. That's
They
for
don't
the
risk
linemen and the
anything.
linebackers.
Hmm?
I'm not going to. I was watching when Dallas played Pittsburgh in the Super Bowl, right? The last time, right? The one of the news people interviewed. It wasn't Jerome Bettis, but it was a big running back y'all had in doing that Super Bowl. And he was like, "Hey, sir, um, what you think happened? Are you gonna run the Deion Sanders size?" That dude was like, the dude said, "He ain't gonna tackle me." That's what the guy said, right?
Hmm.
He's like, Deion Sanders ain't gonna risk injury trying to tackle me. It was hilarious, but he was right. He's like this big bruising running back. It's like, well, what do you think, Deion? We're just setting Deion. I just want to make fun of Deion Sanders because Deion Sanders had a reputation of not tackling people. He was one of those prima donna. I'm not gonna do that. So that guy was like, he ain't gonna tackle me. He don't even try to tackle me if he see me coming. And that caught on. A lot of those players, they're not going to risk injury. They call it a business decision. If I get injured trying to take down this rhino, that could end my career. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
I'll jump on his back, or I may try to trip him up, but I'm not going to just try to head on tackle this guy. So uh, that's what we've come to.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we've hit the
Yeah,
10 minutes remaining mark. We've talked about
man.
the NFL. Steelers won't probably will do what they always do. They'll pull out some wins. You know, they've been wishy-washy, in my opinion, for 19 years. You never know what team shows up. Regardless of what you think of Tomlin, I like Tomlin. I think he's a great coach. Uh, it is what it is, right? We'll see what happens. There's a lot of people still there in place. They got to figure out their quarterback. That's their number one problem. Aaron Rodgers is a band-aid that didn't stick. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them generic band-aids you get at Dollar General instead of going with the band-aid brand that sticks.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
What else did we talk about? We talked about Venezuela. We talked
What
about
about Greenland? What
talked
about
about
Greenland?
I don't give a crap about Greenland. Nobody
You don't
gives a
care
crap.
about Greenland?
Now, the 57,000 people that live in that Arctic frozen wasteland, the fishing villages, they love the they love the attention. They're all happy. They're not a Trump fan, but they love the attention. They're all excited. People are coming to see Greenland. There's a place called Greenland. They're all excited about it. I'm like,
Wait. As the Danes would say, this is our property. This is
they
ours. It
can
belongs to us.
they can say
What
all
do
they
you
want.
think?
The
I
United
mean,
States of America is not going to just go in there, put their flag on center of Greenland, and say this is ours. And if Denmark wanted to do anything about it, right? NATO, the over, oh, you mean NATO? What we funded NATO? Yeah,
yeah,
okay, whatever.
yeah.
We're not trying to be a conqueror. I think Trump is upset because I know we've had military assets. We'll use that word in Greenland at one
hmm
time.
hmm
And I think Greenland I don't know if they do or do not anymore. I don't know. Cannot confirm nor deny any of that, but we'll have
Yeah.
to, we'll have to see.
Okay. So, yeah, Greenland says, look, we're willing to work with you, Americans, in protecting the North Atlantic seas, okay? But Greenland will still remain ours. It's just our property, but we'll do it. We will keep it. So
Yeah,
that's
Den,
their beef. They're like, you
Den,
can't just come in here
yeah,
and take.
Denmark doesn't even have a standing army and we have larger police forces than the Denmark army. So
But the guy I was watching, their president, I guess that's what he was. I guess that's what they called it, dude. He was like, we're willing to work with America. We're willing to work with you guys, right? If y'all want to bring in more troops, cool. But we're gonna keep the deed, okay? We want this piece of paper saying that come on, man. Little, little,
I
little.
mean, I could see it because you got Puerto Rico, U.S. territory, right? They're still the Puerto Ricans are the Puerto Ricans, but they're a U.S. territory. I
Mhm.
don't see it. There's no reason to make them a state, right? It could be you considered a U.S. territory and still be called Greenland, right? That I don't know all that stuff. I don't really care.
Yeah, we don't know.
I don't
Yeah,
really. I
while
don't.
we got
Yeah, I don't care about
well,
Greenland. Somebody else
while we
does.
got a
I
little time
personally.
left. You
We
was
got
gonna
like
try to show the
we
debt
got like
clock,
5 minutes.
right? 5 minutes. The debt clock. What's going on with the
All
debt
right, let
clock?
me let me pull this debt clock up real quick.
I said something to trigger you this morning. He was like, you know what? Let me get this debt clock.
Look at this thing. It's just ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Right. Right
Uh,
now, I'm not seeing it.
are
Double
you not
click.
seeing?
Let me see.
How can you not see it?
Yeah,
I'm sharing it.
I know. And it's not showing it to me. But go ahead. If you can see it, that's fine. That
Uh,
means maybe our audience can see it as well. What you
well,
see about what's going on with this deck clock that's
well,
alarming?
if it's not visible, if you look in this, I know it's hard to see because I don't have it as a background. I'm just sharing it. Look
Yeah.
at this is ridiculous. Um, $38 trillion, 623 billion and some change, if you will, is the U.S. debt, and it keeps spinning like it's out of control. They list tax revenue and all kinds of stuff on here. Total federal, we get like 12 trillion in federal, state, and local spending. And if you can see this, for those that have not seen it, if you look at unfunded debt, 106, is that 106 trillion?
Yeah.
106 trillion? Are you kidding me?
Unfunded debt.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, it says total debt, U.S. total debt under the unfunded debt slash interest. That's per holder, that's $8,176. Well, you and I, we have to pay that. But I think the biggest problem we have is that people keep giving our freaking money away. They give our money away. I don't know what
Hmm.
you got going on in there, why I'm hearing myself who you're
I
speaking.
don't either.
But anyways,
Yeah.
everybody
Go ahead.
get a look. The US debt clock.org. I don't know how accurate this is. It's not my content. It's not my research. It's what's on the interwebs. You can look at your state debt and world debt. You can go back in time, forward in time. It is what it
Go
is.
back in time. Go back to 1982. Can you
I
do
would I would think that, but we're not going to because we have 3 minutes. I
it?
don't
Take
know. I don't know how
is
that
it
would go. I can go back. We'll go to 1990. You can go to 1990. U.S. national debt. What is that? $2.8 trillion.
good times?
No, it's just bull. It's all crap, right? It's
Two
just crap.
trillion dollars.
It's almost three.
It's
In
not
19.
38.
That was in 1990.
Yeah. You know, we
Um,
was in like we was in the billions in like 1983, 1980, when we joined the military.
well, the U.S. debt was $858 billion in 1980.
See? That's what I'm saying. That's how do we these jokers, man, what
I
is
mean, there's a
happening?
lot of information. You'd have to look at it. But anyways, on that note,
On that note.
I'll let you close it out.
Hey, craziness. I know we was kind of all over the place. My man got a
Yeah,
headache and all that good stuff.
I do have a
Um,
headache, and it really
sorry to
messes me
hear
up.
that. It's that time of the year where you know, should be much exciting for me because
Well,
football.
it's a new
But
time of the year, right?
yeah,
New year. No resolutions for me other than survive for another year. That's my only resolution, right?
yeah. We probably got 1 minute and a half. But
You
hey,
do. You're pretty close.
thank you guys for watching. Gray Beers. This
With
Sunday
the
was we're gonna call it
with the
Grumpy
non-gray
Beers.
beard guy over here.
It's
I will next show. This will look different. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but it's going to look different. I'm
my
going to
man Wayne
trim.
is gonna leave.
It'll at
He's
least
gonna
be. It'll be more trimmed up. I did cut it short, but
yeah.
time for a change. You know.
Time for a change.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care. Have a great week, and God bless. You gonna say? You gonna say
God
something else?
bless.
All right. Take care.
Yeah.
All right.
Take care.